everybody. First off, thank you for listening. My name is MEDL4. I represent Campsite and Dusted Wax Kingdom. I produced this entire album. I made it because I love music, and I gotta get some shit off my chest.
Peace to all the gods.
I just need you to do one thing. Come resonate with me, cause love is what they hate to see. If nothing fills the vacancy, then what's with this complacency? Let's wander through the make-believe and contemplate the place we breathe in. Gods and angels, Satan's demons, all the same. I say we're dreaming, commonplace where they can even conversate and make a treaty. All are made to face the seeding universe, and you the first to view the earth, so use it to your own artistic nature. You are not a simulation, you are a master of creation. We are the archetypes of sentience, consciousness. Even if you're taught to be terrified of that fact from day one. As above, so below. Ouroboros, the snake that swallows its own tail. There is no end or beginning. We are not different.
Cats out here talking about chasing paper, and that's all they know.
Take the money and run, run.
Once you get it, where you gonna go?
Run. I won't be walking down no memory lane until my name get that exposure like a Kennedy brain. I'm never the same. I switch the style quicker than your third eye blink. I'm up for Lucy, don't confuse me with the curbside shrink. No free advice for them. Stride inside the lion's den. High on Vicodin, I'm more precise than sniper riflemen. Siphoning the fuel, you gassed up. That's bad luck. Trying to make a fast buck while all these rappers act tough. This just an audio drip tag. The party's over, Mario. So adios, go swallow a big bag of nightshade and anthrax, and I'll make their hands clap. Noisy like some cans in a backpack, and that's fact. This ain't the rapture, no aftermath of a massive crisis. No fatal accident, sadomasochist gag devices. This inundation of Plato's cave where the shadows guide us. No matter, I just don't get excited by simple violence. I did the science and geometry, so obviously I'm a nominee who's volunteering for a spot to be a human rocket launcher to a spot beyond the cosmic sea. I'm wandering, so sorry, but my new models don't follow me. Get the money and run, run, run. Get the money and run, run, run. Go get the money and run, run, run. You'll probably crash into that sun. Go get the money and run, run, run. Get the money and run, run, run. Go get that money and run, run, run. You'll probably crash into the sun. Half man, half a labyrinth, the human hybrid. I move in silence like Bermuda Islands over time. Cat scan just to tamper with some new devices. These fucking student ties a virus to the open mind. So what you get about them 16s on big screen? Silence of the lamb, but give a damn about a big scream. History disputable. Good thing I mute the track, flick 'em off my cuticle. And then I hit the sack, batter up, you mad as fuck amateurs past the magnifier. Let's take a closer look, open book, you don't have desire. They catch a fryer, roast tiger, rolls out the isotopes. So fire fist and Tyson blows to rhyming, I'm a science ghost. The final dose inside a fiend's needle pen heavy. I'm seeing tired folks up in the wake, they bed ready. Go get your Fetty Guap, penny talk and get a gun. He always said he hot, so get the money, hit the sun. Get the money and run, run, run. Get the money and run, run, run. Go get the money and run, run, run. You'll probably crash into that sun. Go get the money and run, run, run. Get the money and run, run, run. Go get that money and run, run, run. You'll probably crash into the sun.
What are you so afraid of? Are you actually afraid to die?
And yet, we're driven to pursue immortality. It pains us greatly to imagine the death of all life on this planet, and particularly the death of our individual selves or our species. But the fact of the matter is we don't know what death is.
Some of us die before the body goes. Since I was snotty nose, been knocking over dominoes. A lot bestowed upon the kid, but didn't pick the feeling. This little engine pushing pistons never hit the ceiling. I made up living in a vision through a past life. Human condition, new position, will we act right? Vicious reality, mentally agonizing. If this is his personality, question what's really driving it. Ego inside of him, eyes for define a printed text. We know what's hiding in the psyche, we just skip to next. Maybe it's too complex, maybe a few regrets. Who can set the hollow bone? Let's see if you can feel the beauty while you're all alone. It's just a letter to the wise of me. Us if you got open ears to hear and focus eyes to see. I hold my daily operation to a high degree. Fight or flee, now I'm finally live and free. I'm rising up with lightning speed. Am I the seed of universal thought? Should Should I be cocky cause this verse is hard or worse than props? Am I just cursed to walk in circles, hop in circus after sideshow? Fuck it, I'm in motion, homie, this one thing that I know. Don't put it off until you're rolling gray. The coldest days are full of golden rays, so cultivate. If I survive the falling sky, then know I hold the weight. Ain't no one dying, just a cycle till we culminate. Don't put it off until you're rolling gray. The coldest days are full of golden rays, so cultivate. If I survive the falling sky, then know I hold the weight. Ain't no one dying, just a cycle till we culminate. I pray my soul the world to taste.
Creatures made of light in the mind that are so different from us but have such affection.
The section of identity that's pen beneath my forearm, I resonate with light workers. I'll double for it, I will pouring out these mic burners. The quiet learners are my favorite ones. Fire sign, elevate the sacred sons. I'll make it something like a book on tape. If you don't fuck with it, no worries, never took the bait. So I look at hate shade in your expression. Put on play, good on place and bets against progression. See, this could last. I'm in a class alone, tapping on the tabletop. That's where the angels fly. Advocate for devils too. What you project will end up next to you to message you and threaten your relentless view. Ain't always cut and paste, suckers take the easy route. So what you be about? I feel like there's a time for change. It's mighty strange and on the way I might have lost some friends. A cause effect again, ain't never been a flawless win. Don't put it off until you're rolling gray. The coldest days are full of golden rays, so cultivate. If I survive the falling sky, then know I hold the weight. Ain't no one dying, just a cycle till we culminate. Don't put it off until you're rolling gray. The coldest days are full of golden rays, so cultivate. If I survive the falling sky, then know I hold the weight. Ain't no one dying, just a cycle till we culminate. I pray my soul the world to take.
They must be human beings of some sort, but they don't look like human beings. But they love us so much and understand us so well. Well, is it possible that the kind of human being they are is a dead human being?
Only demons should fear me. You're not a demon, are you? The angel said you were.
I've been awake for 2 weeks now. There ain't no way I can sleep. How does it get in? I said keep out. Stumbling into my dreams now. Wondering if it will subside. If I could harness the sunlight. Maybe, just maybe, this lady is saving me daily from Hades. So run, right? Bump in the night. It was something so frightening. Thunder and lightning. Cover my eyes again. Ducking and hiding. And stunned I'm surviving. If nothing can save me, I'll fucking just die again.
Say what you saw.
I can't.
Then say what you are. We have looked inside your files and found numerous records of illusions that conclude you only need a higher dose of compensation.
Personality disorder and paranoia.
Doctor, I swear, listen, you gotta believe me. This thing I speak of won't leave me alone, and it never will retreat. Forget all your records, just delete and think of the single most horrific thing you can picture within your own mind. I'm not just some lunatic who can get used to these meds that you jackals prescribe. I'm coherent, I'm awake, I'm not dreaming, I'm afraid. I've been running so long from this ominous oddity. Gotta be 3,000 days.
Look, just get some rest and try your best to take your mind off these hallucinations. We'll be contacting you next week for evaluation. Now, what's a good time for you? Tuesday? Mr. Jekyll? Tuesday?
before reacting to the stimulus. An outer source dichotomy with inner voices. Intuition comes without a context. Then it's all on autopilot, managed by the practice of the systematic learning curve. And curved enthusiasm sooner sets inertia, atrophy. No rapidly digress, inherent nature to express and ask that universal question. Mesmerized by television, internet. Never walk through nature, swallow pill suppressing any thought beyond the topics popular opinion deems acceptable. Get 86. Rooted mental illness while this blatant disregard exists. Under all them headstones with name engraved calligraphy. Symbols of our shame retain the framework of this mystery. Eclipsing little pigeon bopper conversation. Modern case of godly talk experience. Don't bother, they just crazy.
Such a mess is not simply that we have wrong systems for doing things, whether they be technological, political, or religious, but we have the wrong people. The systems may be all right, but they are in the wrong hands because we are all, in various ways, self-seeking, lacking in wisdom, lacking in courage, afraid of death, afraid of pain, unwilling really to cooperate with others, unwilling to be open to others. And we all think that's too bad. It's me that's wrong. And if only I could be the right person. Is this man going to tell me something that will help me to change myself so that I will be a more creative and cooperative member of the human race? I improve.
These men have never sought popular approval, nor numbers of followers. They are indifferent to these things, for they know how few there are in each generation who are ready for the truth, or who would recognize it if it were presented to them. They reserve the strong meat for men, while others furnish the milk for babes. They reserve their pearls of wisdom for the few elect who recognize their value and who wear them in their crowns, instead of casting them before the materialistic vulgar swine who will trample them in the mud and mix them with their disgusting mental food.
Universe is all the mind. I keep my candle lit through magnetism, fall in line. Laws of attraction, this whole path we walk was all designed. I'm not a master, just a student to these words divine.
The only proof to swine.
The universe is all the mind. I keep my candle lit through magnetism, fall in line. Laws of attraction, this whole path we walk was all designed. I'm not a master, just a student to these words divine.
The only proof to swine. 7 laws for life inside the paradox. Who dares to walk that line between profanity and Godhead? Locked inside pineal glands through ayahuasca therapy and psilocybin trips. You come to find out it was all dead, and death was just imaginary. Therefore, so is life in your conception, just a blink inside the mind of that unspeakable. People hold beliefs like they was drowning in some lake of guilty ego-driven fire, like that light inside's unreachable. I tell you, I'm no sage or martyr, not some Rosicrucian who can move a block of stone 200 miles in a workday. Tell you this, my thesis, take your Jesus out my equinox. You speaking wax so pompous wouldn't hear me in the first place. But hey, it's like I'm talking in a hall of mirrors, ember sparking flame, holler at the Elohim Abraxas, and who all the same. Vibratory temporal stimulation make the axle turn, balanced on the plane of your perception, but the masters learn. Mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, gender. Mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, gender.
The universe is all the mind. I keep my candle lit through magnetism, fall in line. Laws of attraction, this whole path we walk was all designed. I'm not a master, just a student to these words divine.
The only proof to swine.
The universe is all the mind. I keep my candle lit through magnetism, fall in line. Laws of attraction, this whole path we walk was all designed. I'm not a master, just a student to these words divine.
The only proof to swine.
Man, listen, they ain't ready for the mentalism. Still stuck in Gregorian stories, here to center vision. Although there's so many ways to explain the principles that got us from an invisible realm, we individuals. Only in the world of duality, seeking balance, we focus on what we want to manifest and lead to savagery. All the swine who only see pearls as something for trampling. From Stonehenge to the Georgia Guidestones, we haven't seen the true faces behind the design of it all. It's ancient Rome all over again, to climb to the fall is inevitable in every acceptable tradition. As society provides, you'll find a lot of contradiction. Don't be worried about what this illusion is doing. Fact of the matter is, it's a fractal dimension we move in. Mathematically speaking, this is all impossible. The probability of us surviving all these obstacles keeps getting closer to zero, like Fibonacci, but never seem to complete the cycle. Somebody stop me. We all rock a mask. I'm basking in my enlightenment instead of limelight, not a product of my environment.
The universe is all the mind. I keep my candle lit through magnetism, fall in line. Laws of attraction, this whole path we walk was all designed. I'm not a master, just a student to these words divine.
The only proof to swine.
The universe is all the mind. I keep my candle lit through magnetism, fall in line. Laws of attraction, this whole path we walk was all designed. I'm not a master, just a student to these words divine.
The only proof to swine. City nights and bloodstains on pavement. Pretty lights, the price ain't worth the payment. So where they aiming, ain't looking to detain them. And now it's all arranged and included in their training. City nights and bloodstains on pavement. Pretty lights, the price ain't worth the payment. So where they aiming, ain't looking to detain them. And now it's all arranged and included in their training. So where that pain went, tears running down a daughter's cheek, speaking lullabies of butterfly effect. Hush, how you console a human being, reading eulogies in 2 degrees of separation. Better know it ends. Before the Saturday mornings was animation, she mourning imagination. That's an outlook on the world crush. Her mother pouring out the juice inside a glass and said the math don't always add up in this habitat. It's that's love. See, on the other side of town, it's all a box of chocolate. Nobody thinks about the process and why they should stop it. She potty pocket to them, walking in the office, doing anything but looking out for fam across the track. Stuff. That's what they on about. You're on and now they want it square. Like that's an order for the planets. What the fuck you care? Ain't no reporters, just a story getting weaved into a loss of empathetic mess and sentiment for devil's glare. City nights and bloodstains on pavement. Pretty lights, the price ain't worth the payment. So where they aiming, ain't looking to detain them. And now it's all arranged and included in their training. City nights and bloodstains on pavement. Pretty lights, the price ain't worth the payment. So where they aiming, ain't looking to detain them. And now it's all arranged and included in their training. A bullet courtesy of servants in a cold-blooded murder, getting paid time off. Meanwhile the people crying, I'm a fucking minded state. Backlash and avalanche, they minimize the lives they take. Who built this structure in this paranoid apocalypse? No opposite to bottom rung, but psychologically it's Novocaine, a lot of numb. They team of shooters get immunity, no punishment. So how you blame another knowing where his gun is kept? Another step inside the picture for the missing link. We wash our hands of it and can't admit this ship will sink. I mean, just think about them kicks if you could switch the foot. I bet it's bitter, baby sugar, take a better look. I get it, shook, money's running out the power classes, hourglass, and now you'll stand for any song. Profit in its history repeats itself. Now that's a pack of lies, cyanide and pride in it. Like how they package all the lies and then deny the shit. I find it glitched out, a fist down with peace sign raised. I guess it means crime pays, but while that treetop sways, I will repeat this phrase: do not be on the wrong side of history. City nights and bloodstains on pavement. Pretty lights, the price ain't worth the payment. So where they aiming, ain't looking to detain them. And now it's all arranged and included in their training. City nights and bloodstains on pavement. Pretty lights, the price ain't worth the payment. So where they aiming, ain't looking to detain them. And now it's all arranged and included in their training. City nights and bloodstains on pavement. Pretty lights, the price ain't worth the payment. So where they aiming, ain't looking to detain them. And now it's all arranged and included in their training.
Columbus boasted, "In the name of the Holy Trinity, we can send from here all the slaves that Brazil will hold." The Spaniards hunted Indians for sport and murdered them for dog food.
Columbus was a piece of shit. I'll tell a motherfucking pilgrim they can eat a dick. Thanksgiving table clock, the blanket full of smallpox. I hear the heartbeat of the land, it's like a wall clock. You all talking, it's disgusting. Taking advantage of a people who were trusting. A musket and a pale god mind. Fuck a wolf ticket, history a sidebuster. Assign them numbers, let the guard have them. I wish you would've gotten crushed below your log cabin. Anglo devil man, you never wanted common ground. For every tree the native plant, you come and chop it down. I will reflect a single fragment of your black heart. Sense of entitlement and hatred from the damn start. You lack a single solid bone inside that brittle frame. I piss on every statue black that bears your filthy name. You are infection like the archetype that you became. America, the truth remains.
Christopher Columbus was not the first to discover the Americas.
He was the first, however, in other exploits, namely genocide and the transatlantic slave trade.
I never bought into that bullshit jargon. A bunch of fucking bullshit starters. That's why I haven't pledged since kindergarten. I can see how they cold-hearted and their history they hide. They lied to my face and just expected to slide. Man, I peeped they whole program on how they so damn evil. When they need you, it's gravy, then they eat you. Kill, raped, and deceived, to blame disease on the folks. And when they were all gone, they brought some more on a boat. Gave them just enough hope to do dope and guzzle fire water. Set up prison schools and told their children try harder. They ultimata is you'll never be white. And never mention Moors that fucking taught them to write. I'm like, aight, Christopher is crazy. Taking babies, making ladies and sex slaves. And hella lazy. Just maybe we can get it right in the future. And if you're down with that, then I'll salute you. The people's revolution.
We came, we fought you, we took your land, we signed treaties that we broke, we stole minerals from your sacred hills, we blasted the faces of our presidents onto your sacred mountain, and we took still more land, and then we took your children, and then we tried to take your language, and we tried to eliminate your language that God gave you, and that the Creator gave you. We didn't respect you. We polluted your earth. We've hurt you in so many ways. And we've come to say that we are sorry. We're at your service. And we beg.
We were people say. Watch people. Because you can fake for a long time, but one day you're going to show yourself to be a phony. That's true. You know what I mean? And that's what these, a lot of people are doing these days. Straight up. My closest friends did me in. My closest friends, my homies, people who I done took care of their whole family. I done took care of everything for them, looked out for them, put them in the game, everything. Turned on me.
Sometimes the people that's supposed to hold you down don't come around, I guess it's all an act. Forgetful, ain't it, like they self-preserve and skip return and hit the nerve on them who try to help them, but no tit for tat. Convenient combo with the combo of good looking out. These fucking worms will sink their lining for that hooking mouth. Just look around your crowd who absent when you down and out. Then pile around you when it's hitting, but don't slip a single strike or get the foul account. That's why I try to keep my circle small, period. They offer promises that weren't at all serious, and keep they motive in the quote with ulteriors, and try to front they got your back when you ask, ain't no appearances. It makes me furious, but I ain't trying to feed the trolls. Ain't got no skeletons in hiding while you sweeping skulls. Go find a spine that fits your size and try attaching it. No need for pleasantry, I'll pass them, it's no accident. I guess that you forgot. 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 Yeah, forgetful folk, fish you out the river just to dip the boat. Stepping stone, only thing I count on is the metronome. I guess that you forgot. 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 I guess they got amnesia, just a part of their procedure. Only hit you up when they in need, but if it's you, they leave you. Miss me with the double talk, sure as fucking summer's hot. They running games, some other plot, funny faces, stomach knot. Shady shit. Honestly, this topic kinda make me sick. 86 the fakers out my broadcast, they all trash, and I ain't one to purchase image. It's fucking grimy how you wind up in the bind and try to place the blame for your decisions and play the victim so convincing, no conviction. Whole description is its old existence. I call a spade its name, overcast to pray for rain. Hope your ass go David Blaine and magically just disappear. I hope you spiral into something good. Did I get shit misunderstood? Am I not making my perspective crystal clear? This just a piece about the ones that's so forgetful. Forget to show integrity and basic human principle. Convinced the world is theirs to take, but I've been in this exhibition chilling for a minute, building antidotes to venom. Go ahead, I ain't afraid of snakes. I guess that you forgot. 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 Yeah, forgetful folk, fish you out the river just to dip the boat. Stepping stone, only thing I count on is the metronome. I guess that you forgot. 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 I guess they got amnesia, just a part of their procedure. Only hit you up when they in need, but if it's you, they leave you. I guess that they forgot. 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 I guess that they forgot.
We are the shadow cast upon itself a cause for particles of light to move in waves that shape around our bodies.
We are a shadow cast upon itself a cause for particles of light to move in waves that shape around our bodies. Gravity that bends and curvature of understanding, timeless clockwork, our purpose orbit. Nurture of the symmetry that balance gender, formless plethora of subtle principle we witness. Constant state of paradox so crucial to the vast begotten innocence of children. In our nature by design we are magnetic, concentric, mandala halos radiating auras, flower life and power symbols geometric. Standing grids of epic lineage we thought developed, leaving imprint upon substance into living instances. Existence is another way for essence to get lost. What's the difference between you and I? Do you see me with your eyes like your candelabra? In your shadows ain't no way to hide. You're in the light like a torch, you pass it onward. Keep your spirit burning and then I resemble dead. What's the difference between you and I? Do you see me with your eyes like your candelabra? In your shadows ain't no way to hide. You're in the light like a torch, you pass it onward. Keep your spirit burning and then I resemble dead.
Y'all just some doomsayers, ain't you, huh? On behalf of ancient law, we cordially invite you out the basement fog. Take away the major flaws while we strip the matrix raw. Now you're face to face with God particles. Judgment from the cardinals. What good are guns and arsenals to creatures that can harvest souls? Sticks equipped with Martian skulls. Skim through mixed up articles and skip the page. In between anxiety and fits of rage, they disengage. Find me speaking tongues inside the crystal cave in disarray. Missing days and glitches in the AI. Waving at surveillance, tell your handlers I say hi. Spiraled echelons, the sonic boom moon inside your gray sky. Take 5, emaciate the rulebook that you play by.
What's the difference between you and I? Do you see me with your eyes like your candelabra? In your shadows ain't no way to hide your inner light. Like a torch, you pass it onward. Keep your spirit burning in the night resemble death. What's the difference between you and I? Do you see me with your eyes like your candelabra? In your shadows ain't no way to hide your inner light. Like a torch, you pass it onward. Keep your spirit burning in the night resemble death.
And so we let it shine unhindered by the forecast. I set aside some time for maintenance just in case the core crash. And them don't want no sword clashes. Warcraft for poor saps with more splats and Rorschachs and blood up on your floor mats. Pardon the imagery, with it we garner instantly. Art in its inconsistency, part of our little history. Classes in session, first lesson is passive aggression. And how to contest it, just grab you a pen and stab in their neck with it. And I ain't even in my final form. I was born inside the eye of storm with acid stored inside my spinal cord. I'm kinda bored with all that I absorb, so I just light the torch to keep my spirit burning, make their night resemble.
What's the difference between you and I? Do you see me with your eyes like your candelabra? In your shadows ain't no way to hide your inner light. Like a torch, you pass it onward. Keep your spirit burning in the night resemble death. What's the difference between you and I? Do you see me with your eyes like your candelabra? In your shadows ain't no way to hide your inner light. Like a torch, you pass it onward. Keep your spirit burning in the night resemble death. The difference between you and I. Do you see me with your eyes like your candelabra? In your shadows ain't no way to hide your inner light. Like a torch, you pass it onward. Keep your spirit burning in the night resemble death. This is the dawn, stripped naked, no pockets to be empty. After built from dirt and sweat, the morning mud of mortal craft works more than mighty walls of stones. We map the roads of metaphors and conjure meaning. The value often overlooked like apparitions. Ghostly phantoms often haunt the hallways of our reasoning. From history, we pay momentum forward, fathoms deep in linear behavior chronicled. Apologetic hands of sculptors brave the new beginnings. This is destiny becomes you. This is the best of you through brilliance. Another world with no illusion. A meditation long enough to hold your lifeline when you palm read. Valid olden language, walking head up industry and know your heartbeat. Organizing vision from within. What's the difference between you and I? Do you see me with your eyes like your candelabra? In your shadows ain't no way to hide your inner light. Like a torch, you pass it onward. Keep your spirit burning in the night resemble death. What's the difference between you and I? Do you see me with your eyes like your candelabra? In your shadows ain't no way to hide your inner light. Like a torch, you pass it onward. Keep your spirit burning in the night resemble death. The difference between you and I. Do you see me with your eyes like your candelabra? In your shadows ain't no way to hide your inner light. Like a torch, you pass it onward. Keep your spirit burning in the